take a moment to give thanks for the guidance, support, and humility necessary to help this organization succeed in serving as a beacon for the scholarship, leadership, service, and character that are the pillars of the National Honor Society. Good evening. I am Britta Lindgren, a member of the Executive Board. Welcome to this year's Burrell High School National Honor Society induction, and I thank you for being here to support the new and current members. In conjunction with the new members being inducted tonight, I would like to do a brief run-through of this chapter's successes for the past year. We have been very involved within the community by volunteering with various organizations, such as the Salvation Army and the Clothesline. We've worked hard with the Salvation Army to organize and help with toy drives and giving gifts to children who are less fortunate. For the past few months, we have been fundraising and planning an end-of-the-year event to honor the fallen police officers in our area. On behalf of Burrell's National Honor Society, I can say that we are very honored to be able to recognize those officers and show support for those who put their lives on the line each and every day. In regards to other buildings in the district, the organization has helped with events such as tutoring, STEM nights, and Science O, which have all engaged Burrell's younger students and helped bring their education to life. I would like to reiterate that we are all very thankful for each person here tonight, both on stage and in the audience, for helping us make each event this year a success. To begin our festivities for the evening, please welcome senior NHS member Katie Armstrong, who will be singing the national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, Katie. My name is Ava Savage, and I am also a member of the board. I would like to introduce the current members of Burrell's chapter of National Honor Society. Please stand as your name is called. The current executive board: Britta Lindgren, myself, Ava Savage, Maddie Gerthofer, Lily Dombrowski, Camden Seidel, the current seniors: David Alietti, Kaylee Armando, Catherine Armstrong, Avery Bain, Alexa Callender, Chase Benner, Jenna Fez, Emily Hedges, Riley Herman, Allison Hughes, Abigail Larko, Bryn Liner, Alyssa Loggett, Jackson Loggett, Aiden Mallitz, Emily Marchelewski, Autumn Miller, Shane Napier, Maggie Mazinski, Quinn Oswald, Mackenzie Pasquellic, Ian Quinn, Amelia Salick, Ryan Sheftick, Bella Seidel, Riley Sterlitz, and Emily Wojcik. And the current juniors: Leah Kapsambellis, Emma Conti, Cooper Hornack, Andy Householder, Nate Krejci, Elizabeth Lagatuda, Leah Leslie, Norna Fash, Nadia Nee, Grace Nesco, Rory Pallone, Morgan Swan, evening's guest speaker.
Officer Rob Aquaviva is a member of the Lower Burrell Police Department. He currently also serves as the School Resource Officer for the Burrell School District. For this year's End of Service project, the chapter is constructing a series of engraved benches to honor fallen officers in our local departments who have given the ultimate sacrifice to protect our communities. A bench will be delivered to Lower Burrell, New Kensington, and Brackenridge Police Departments in honor of Officer Katecki, Brian Shaw, and Chief Justin McIntyre. We are honored to have Officer Rob represent these departments as our guest speaker this evening.
Thank you, Kim. My name is Patrolman Rob Aquaviva, and I'm the School Resource Officer here at the Burrell School District. It is a privilege and an honor to have been asked to speak at tonight's induction ceremony to represent our local law enforcement communities. I want to start by thanking each and every one of you who worked on this year's service project. The support that our local communities have shown me, my fellow officers, and their families has been nothing short of remarkable. I've been serving as a police officer for the past 10 years, and for the past 3 years, I've been serving as a school resource officer here at the Burrell School District. As a school resource officer, I work to educate, counsel, and protect our school communities while leading by example, much like the students of the National Honor Society are called to lead by example amongst their peers. These students do this by embracing the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Throughout my career as a police officer, I have found success by embracing these same principles, most notably through service to others. Service can mean different things to different people. In my career, I have found the most success by remembering that service means, to me, helping and caring for one another. As a police officer, I have often seen people on some of the most difficult days of their lives. It is during these moments that truly caring for one another can mean all the difference in the world. A kind word or a gesture of compassion can help those in need more than we may ever know. To me, this is service. As we move forward with tonight's induction ceremony, I want to ask you this. What does service mean to you? How can we all be of service to one another? How might embracing the mindset of service make our communities a better place? In closing, I want to again thank you all for the support that you have shown the law enforcement community by honoring the sacrifices made by Officer Derek Katecki, Officer Brian Shaw, and Chief Justin McIntyre. Thank you and congratulations to our present and new National Honor Society members. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us tonight, Officer Rob, and for sharing your words of wisdom. And thank you for your service to the community. We have a small token of our appreciation for you and the little one you have added to your family recently. Please give Officer Rob another round of applause. Next, we have Jackson Loggett to provide us with a bit of history about the National Honor Society.
Good evening. My name is Jackson Loggett, and thank you for allowing me this opportunity to give the history of this rewarding organization. Congratulations again to our new members of the NHS. I'm sure you new members will be hearing that a lot, and you deserve it. This is an extraordinary accomplishment, and I hope each of you will continue to strive for a level of excellence because your actions represent this organization. The National Honor Society was founded over 100 years ago by the National Association of Secondary Schools Principals in our very own Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It was created with the intent to drive students to achieve academic excellence, foster service experiences within their community, and encourage leadership development and focus on bettering one's character while in school, the 4 pillars of the NHS. The founder, Dr. Edward Reinerson, believed that these characteristics were essential to what makes an NHS member special. He originally taught at Fifth Avenue High School before NHS grew to become a nationwide organization, and by 1930, there was more than 1,000 chapters of the NHS in the country. Today, chapters are found in all 50 states and some U.S. territories, providing educational opportunities to all students who become members. The organization is also affiliated with the National Junior Honor Society, the National Elementary Honor Society, and the National Student Council. About 1 million of the 15.3 million students in high school are active participants in the NHS today. I don't want to minimize what I said about the history of the NHS, or make Mr. Basemeyer think I don't appreciate history. But to be clear, history is not why we are here at this moment. It's about the future. Parents, members, siblings, and teachers are all here this evening to witness the future of NHS. We are joined together tonight to celebrate the success of these individuals and to encourage their growth as new members of the National Honor Society. Thank you. Next, I would like to introduce Nadia Mee to talk about the first pillar of organization scholarship.
I'd like the candidate scholarship.
Hello, new inductees of the National Honor Society. My name is Nadia Nee, and I'm a junior here at Burrell High School and a fellow member of the National Honor Society. It is my pleasure to address you today as you embark on a new chapter of your academic journey. Congratulations on your well-deserved induction into the National Honor Society. As you may already know, the National Honor Society is built on our 4 pillars: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Each of these pillars is essential to the success of our organization, and today I would like to focus on one of these: scholarship. Scholarship is the foundation upon which the National Honor Society was built. It is the pursuit of knowledge, the desire to learn, and the drive to excel academically. Scholarship is not only about achieving good grades, but also about developing a deep understanding of the subjects you study and the world around you. To be a true scholar, you must approach learning with an open mind, a willingness to ask questions, and a thirst for knowledge that can never be quenched. A true scholar recognizes that there is always more to learn and is always willing to push themselves to achieve greater heights. As members of the National Honor Society, you are already well on your way to becoming a true scholar. Your academic achievements have demonstrated your dedication to learning and your commitment to excellence. The scholarship is not just about what you have accomplished in the past. It's also about the attitude you bring to your future academic pursuits. As you continue on your academic journey, I challenge you to approach each and new opposition with the mindset of a true scholar. Embrace the learning process, seek out new knowledge, and never be afraid to ask questions. Remember that your education is also dependent on developing the skills and knowledge that you will need to be successful in life. In closing, I want to congratulate you again on your induction into the National Honor Society. You have demonstrated a commitment to scholarship that's truly inspiring, and I have no doubt that you will continue to achieve great things in years to come. I encourage you to continue to embody the ideals of scholarship both inside and outside the classroom, and to use your knowledge and skills to make a positive impact on the world around you. Thank you. Next, I would like to introduce Andy Householder to talk about our second pillar, leadership. Good evening. My name is Andy Householder.
I would first like to acknowledge and congratulate our new inductees. Your hard work, perseverance, and effort are now being formally recognized. The next pillar is leadership. So, what makes a leader? Is it something that's learned or earned, inherited or acquired? Does everyone possess the ability to become a leader? Leadership is a very distinctive skill, but it can look different depending on the situation. Leaders are commonly seen holding an office position, being in charge of an organization or event, or being named captain of a sports team. However, leadership is not about status or power. It's an attitude that developed over time. Leadership is influencing others to do something extraordinary. Leadership requires sacrifice and the willingness to set aside personal interests in order to support the groups of goals of others. Leaders must have wisdom, drive, and self-confidence to effect change in all aspects of their lives, and most importantly, in the lives of those whom they lead. They must have self-awareness and the ability to stand up for what they believe in and what is right, even if no one else is willing to stand with them. Leaders should exert a virtuous influence on those around them and respect others' values and opinions, even if they disagree. They overcome obstacles each day and continue to hold their head high, demonstrating perseverance and setting example for others to do the same. Leaders must also hold themselves accountable. I was in a leadership role this year on my soccer team as a captain. My coach, Mr. Nesco, said something with me that continues to resonate with me to this day. Considering the concept of leadership, if you talk the talk, you must walk the walk. Of course, what he meant was, people are counting on you to do and set out what you're meant to do, so you just need to do it. Leaders should lead by example and encourage others to do the same. On the soccer team, I learned that a striped band in your arm that says captain does not make you a leader, your actions do. The title should not give you power over others. Likewise, the band on someone else's arm should not silence you from speaking up too. A leadership position, like many things in life, should be earned, not handed to you. A true leader influences and encourages others, no matter their status. So, that brings me back to my initial question. What makes a leader? Is it a band on an arm or an officer position? Or is it an attitude an individual carries and the support and influence they have on others around them? Leadership is an attitude, a mindset. It is not awarded to you as a result of your status or position. It must be earned. Leadership will continue to be part of your responsibility at BHS as a member of the National Honor Society, and one that I hope each of you continue to spread and encourage others to follow and grow during your time as part of Burrell's chapter and beyond. Thank you. Next, I would like to introduce Medal Darchek to discuss our third pillar, character.
I like the candle here.
I am Medal Darchek, and I am happy to speak about character this evening. I could start off my speech with a definition from the Merriam-Webster Dictionary stating what character is, but character is so much more than a definition. As the old cliche states, character is what people do when nobody else is looking. But despite it being a cliche, it is true. For example, I had a test a couple weeks ago in one of my classes, and my teacher accidentally handed me the answer key. I could have easily just taken the test or looked at the answers so I could get a good grade. Instead, I decided to tell the teacher as soon as I noticed and got a blank test because it was the right thing to do. I would hope what the teacher saw in this small action was my honesty, something commonly associated with character. My character was demonstrated as it showed that I could not just take the easy way out of the test. This is a single example, but what constitutes someone's overall character is all the little and bigger things that they do. It is also important to state that character is not just what everyone else wants to see in you. It is what makes you feel good about yourself too. It is not a specific checklist. Character can be specific to certain individuals or situations. Everyone has different strengths which constitute their character, whether it be honesty, friendliness, or being respectful to others. So don't think that because one person with good character is funny, that you have to be funny to have good character too. Everyone has the potential for good character deep inside them. It's just whether we decide to display it or not. That being said, the next time you are questioning whether or not you should help someone out with something, compliment someone, or just simply tell the truth, the answer is yes, because your character is a significant part of who you are. We should be proud of who we are and let others see the best of who we are through the character we display. There's a valid reason why it is one of the 4 pillars of this organization. Good character is essential to being a good person. Thank you. And lastly, I'd like to introduce Lorna Fash to talk about the final pillar, service.
I like animal service.
Good evening. My name is Lorna Fash. First, I want to congratulate the students and parents who are gathered here on this special night as we celebrate accomplishments of a scholarly nature, along with a demonstration of great character and leadership skills, and the willingness to serve others. These are the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society, and tonight my focus is the service portion of the group. One of the key elements regarding service is that it is selfless, an outward-focused action. To serve others means to do it with absolutely no expectation of receiving anything in return. Instead, you are doing something primarily for the benefit and good of others, whether it is just one person, a small group of people, or even your whole community. When we serve, we look outside of ourselves, beyond our own problems, and seek to bring value to others. The effort to serve must come from the heart and out of a genuine desire to make life better for others and not for any personal gain. However, despite the fact that personal reward should not be a part of the service equation, joy is contagious. And when you start to notice the difference you are making, you will likely feel happy and start to realize that service comes with intangible benefits. Going into high school, I found out about Interact Club, which for those who don't know, is a nonprofit organization that focuses on community service and providing help to the community. I joined the club and I did many of the volunteering events throughout the years, including in the summer. This experience has made me realize that volunteering is a gate to the outside world, a great way to learn different skills that will become a part of who you are, like leadership and communication skills. Your role as a volunteer can give you a sense of pride and identity and helps develop self-confidence and self-esteem. Service also provides a great opportunity to meet new people and try different things. Being a member of the National Honor Society calls for a service mindset, the desire to seek opportunities to help others. The group traditionally participates in many volunteer activities, including annual park cleanups, volunteering at the clothesline, helping with science show and STEM night at the elementary school, tutoring, various fundraisers recognizing first responders, as well as the many events we participate in around the Christmas holiday. This year that included Breakfast with Santa, volunteering at the toy drive, and the Stewart tree lighting. All of these are opportunities to spread joy, kindness, and to make a difference. Each member of Burrell's chapter of the National Honor Society strives to provide service to our surrounding community, and this aspect of NHS is one of the most rewarding experiences of membership. Service is not something we do just to meet a requirement set by the National Honor Society, or for college applications, or just to make your transcript look good. It helps us to learn to be selfless and help others through reaching out to them, a value that is a necessity within society. The power to do good lies in the hands of every one of us. And as Winston Churchill once said, you make a living by what you get, you make a life by what you give. He knew a lot about serving his country, he knew service was important. And as members of the National Honor Society, we know that too. Thank you. I will now ask Maddie Gerhofer to return to the podium.
Hello, everyone. At this time, we
we are proud to proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Burrell National Honor Society has been earned by each of these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities that serve the standards for the society. Please come up when your name is called, and if the audience could please hold your applause until all inductees have entered the stage. Connor Anderson Greer. Paige Andracy. Ryan Bates. Emma Bettinelli. Tristan Brothers. Sierra Brown. Mark Constantino. Cassidy Ferguson. Brianna Finley. Juliana Fisher. Isabella Greenwald. Kelsey Hawes. Isabella Harvey Cowan. Sabrina Hoover. Gia Horna.
Michaela N. Caitlin Janon. Miley Carriotis. Eliana Calores. Billy Kolakowski. Braylee Craig. Isaac Lasinski. Sydney Lawson. Cassidy Legg. John Lucas. Austin McClafferty. Maggie Nesco. Riley Porter. Luke Kostyupak. Adeline Russick. Catherine Shear. Gianna Sever. Zaina Smith. Addison Spear. Isabella Stewart. Leah Troyana. Talia Zanella. Please join me in a round of applause for the new inductees. And now, I would like to ask Lily Dabrowski to come to the podium.
Each year, the National Honor Society awards an honorary membership to somebody of note. Last year, the group decided to recognize those teachers in the district who are retiring at the end of the school year. The new tradition continues tonight with our retirees who have played a significant role in educating those assembled on stage. Tonight, we honor 3 teachers who have contributed a total of 85 years of service to the district. If each of you could please come up to the stage to take the oath of membership with some of the students you have helped on their educational journey. Lucy Kazanowicz is retiring after 20 years in the Burrell School District. She is currently a first grade teacher.
inductees please stand and raise your right hand? Repeat after me as I administer your oath. I pledge myself always to seek the light of truth, to hold scholarly habits, to engage in worthy service, and to lead forward in all things that shall advance the welfare of my school. You are all now full-fledged members of the Burrell National Honor Society of 2023. We would now like to transfer power from the current executive board to the new members of the board. I transfer my power to Emma Conti.
I transfer my power to Andy Householder.
I transfer my power to Nora Bash.
I transfer my power to Grace Nesco.
I transfer my power to Morgan Swan. We also transfer our power to Meadow Rodarchek.
We have a final member of the board who had surgery and cannot attend this evening, Rory Pallone. As the call of graduation arises, each senior member would like to pass on a memento and well wishes to a member of our NHS family.
Sorry, it sucks being first, guys. It really does. I'm David Alietti, and I'm passing on my keychain to Morgan Swan for her academic achievements and her will to improve and overcome.
My name is Kaylee Armando, and I pass my keychain on to Nadia Nee for her being super nice and always willing to help others, even when she doesn't want to.
My name is Katie Armstrong, and I'm passing my keychain to Bella Stewart. I play softball with her for the past 2 years, and she's one of the kindest, funniest people I've ever met, and she has such a strong work ethic. My name is Avery Bain. I'm passing my keychain on to
Rory Colon. She sadly cannot be here tonight because she got surgery, but she's a great heart and she's my cousin.
I'm Alexa Calendar, and I'm going to be passing my keychain on to Maddie Burrell because she not only helps me, but a lot of people in calculus, and she's going to be a great leader in marching band next year.
Wait, two seniors, isn't it? Crank on the AC or something. I'm sweating. I'm Chase Fender. I'm passing my keychain on to AJ McClafferty. Not only is he a dog in the sports, he's a dog in the classroom, and he's going to represent NHS well.
I'm Jenna Fez, and I'm passing my keychain on to Caitlin Janot because she shows great work ethic in everything she does. Hi, I'm Emily Higgins, and I'm passing my keychain on to Leah Capson-Bellis. Because every time I see her, she's always hard at work, so I know she's got a great work ethic and will have a great senior year.
My name's Ali Hughes, and I'm passing my keychain on to Emma Bettinelli because she's my cousin and never fails to make anyone laugh.
I'm Abby Largo, and I'm passing my keychain on to Sabrina Hoover. We played softball together for many years, and she's such a hard worker on and off the field.
I'm Bryn Lyon, and I'm passing my keychain on to Grace Nesco because she never fails to make me laugh, and she's one of the most hardworking people that I've ever met.
I, Alyssa Loggett, am passing my keychain down to Lizzie Lagatuda for always demonstrating immense leadership within our choir board.
I'm Jackson Luggett, and I'm passing my keychain down to Miley Cariotis because she's been my neighbor for 12 years, and she's one of the nicest people ever, and she's very dedicated to school, and there's no doubt she'll succeed.
I'm Aiden Mallett. I'm passing my keychain to Callie Zanella because Will Dow didn't apply to NHS over there, and he's the funniest guy I know.
My name is Emily Marslisky, and I'm passing my keychain down to Leah Leslie. She's been there with me the entire year, and she's really been a true supportive character.
My name is Autumn Miller, and I will be passing my keychain down to Maggie Nesco because she is one of the most kind-hearted, well-rounded individuals I know, and she has always been such an amazing friend to me.
so awesome, and I know she'll do good things.
I'm Mackenzie Pasquale, and I'm passing my keychain down to Brady Cray because she's probably one of the sweetest person I've ever met, and she has an amazing work ethic.
I'm Ian Quinn, and I'm giving my keychain to Isaac Lisinski because he's a beast on and off in the mat in the classroom, and he also has great character.
I'm Amelia Salick, and I'm passing my keychain to Kelsey Hawes because she always seems to have a positive outlook on things.
I'm Ryan Shepnick, and I'm passing my keychain to Johnny Lucas for his dedication in the classroom and to the game of hockey.
I'm Bella Seidel, and I'm passing my keychain on to Leah Troiano because she's really funny and really sweet, and I'll miss doing drawing with her.
I'm Riley Sterlers, and I'm passing my keychain down to Jules Fisher due to her work ethic both athletically and academically.
I'm Emily Wojcik, and I'm passing my keychain down to Sydney Lawson because not only is she the best cousin ever, but one of the most hardworking people I know.
I'm Lily Dabrowski, and I pass my keychain to Brianna Finley. I never talked to her, but she seems kind-hearted, and I believe she deserves this keychain.
I'm Camden Seidel, and I'm passing my keychain to Nate Krejci. He's really dedicated with what he does, and he's a really cool dude.
I, Britta Lindgren, am passing my keychain down to Gianna Sever because she is such a sweet and kind-hearted person.
I, Ava Savage, am passing my keychain down to Cassidy Lay because she's a hard worker in academics and athletics, and overall is a really kind person.
I'm Maddie Gerthofer, pass my keychain down to Jessica Stahl. Even though she's not here tonight because she's sick, I'll make sure to send her this video just so she knows that she has such a genuine and kind personality, and it's been such a pleasure to grow up with her and play tennis with her throughout the years.
And I'm Kim Abel. I'm one of the sponsors of tonight's teammates organization. Tonight we'd like to recognize another athlete, a student athlete at Burrell High School. He's an outstanding wrestler and known across the state of Pennsylvania. He finished as a 2021 state runner-up at 106 pounds in his freshman year. In his sophomore season, he finished fourth at the 2022 Pennsylvania State Tournament at 120 pounds. This season, he battled through a brutal match to claim his first Pennsylvania State Championship at 127 pounds. The National Honor Society and Burrell High School, Burrell School District would like to recognize Cooper Corner for his success both on and off the field. Cooper, would you join us, please? Somebody would like to give me that.
Good evening. I am the other sponsor of National Honor Society, Mr. Anthony Facemeyer, and I will be reading the closing remarks for this evening. Good evening, parents, family, friends, faculty, honored guests, and members of the National Honor Society. It's my pleasure to wrap up the festivities from another successful induction ceremony. Mrs. Abel and I usually like to take this opportunity to remind those assembled of the things the National Honor Society worked towards together to achieve over the course of the school year. Britta did a fantastic job of this at the beginning of the evening. There was tutoring, there was STEM at Stewart, there was Science Olympiad, there was donating and helping to organize the local toy drive, there was playing Santa at the Salvation Army, there was helping breakfast with Santa, there was providing Christmas for local families in need, caroling and helping to open the holiday season in Lower Burrell. Our hero Cam Seidel, who delivered the cards and the treats all by himself to a local nursing home. There were blizzard conditions. He couldn't find anyone to help him. He did it anyways. Thank you, Cam. He didn't even get any help from Rudolph. It was terrible. Okay. As you can tell, we enjoy the holidays. We sold some coffee and donuts, and cookies to provide a lift to students walking through the doors at BHS in the morning. We sold $5,000 worth of hoagies to fundraise to help pay for the benches that we're going to be providing to the local police departments in remembrance of fallen officers. I would also like to thank, along with Mrs. Abel, the executive board for spearheading all of these good works throughout the course of the year. And of course, I'd like to thank Mrs. Abel herself for being an outstanding partner in this crazy endeavor called National Honor Society. Special thanks again to Officer Rob for everything he does as a first responder in a job whose risks, again, become all too clear in our local communities recently this winter. Cooper, congrats on carrying on wrestling's long tradition of excellence in Hershey. Should have given your sister a hug, not shaking her hand, but anyways. And Steve, Lucy, and Patty, enjoy yourselves and your families. We're all very jealous of you. Check off those bucket lists. As the members of NHS have heard several times over the course of the evening, the 4 pillars of membership include scholarship, leadership, and service. These are all relatively tangible things. You see a GPA on your transcript when you graduate. You see the team captain who gets the team riled up on the sidelines as they prepare to score the winning goal. You see the young volunteers helping the owners of the Need Cafe to serve customers who may have waited longer than many for their next hot meal. These 3 pillars often have visual validation, but the 4th pillar is not always as apparent or easily defined. What does good character look like? As we close out the evening, I want to offer some ways I see good character being demonstrated on a regular basis, despite it not always being a quality that some people regularly strive to model for others. Keep these in mind, new and old members of NHS, as you press forward in life. Meadow Ladarchik noted a commonly mentioned phrase about character earlier this evening when she said, "Character is what we do when people aren't looking." I like that one, but here's some others to consider. I came up with these while mowing my lawn, a time of meditation for me in recent years. It's nice, you always get to see something accomplished when you're done mowing the lawn. You might even come up with some of these on your own if given a minute. It's always good to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Listen instead of always talking. Think of others instead of just yourself. Be willing to take responsibility for your own actions. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Avoid toxic people, but be willing to acknowledge them as such. Recognize that you have faults while not actively searching out those of others. Help somebody if you can, and not because it benefits you to do so. Be kind. Say thank you if someone helped you. Work both hard and smart. Don't do the easy thing just because it's easy. Shortcuts are fine if you don't get lesser results. Follow through is essential to being successful in demonstrating good character. You might realize how challenging this can be the first time someone asks you to help them move into a new house. It is perhaps the most telling quality of a true friend versus an imposter. There are other examples to be sure, but that's a solid start. You're going to need good character that others admire in a world where it's not always fashionable or at the forefront of daily life. Good character draws others with good character to us. People do take notice, and you should be as proud of your character as you are of those A's on the transcript, the win you helped muster at the big game, or the smile you put on someone's face by being selfless that day at the cafe. Of course, cafe is half of the spelling of the word cafeteria, which is where I invite you all to head in just a few minutes for some refreshments and a photo of the new and veteran members for posterity's sake. We thank you for joining us to celebrate these students and other honorees. But before we leave, the new members of the Executive Board, newbies, this is your first responsibility, would like to invite the new members and the seniors to participate in an NHS tradition. Thank you.
Our new members would also like to recognize somebody who has guided them to be the accomplished person they have become.
you can adjourn to